What you want to know?
To your story.
Okay. Well, I'm from Spain, from La Coruña, Galicia. I never really thought about entrepreneurship until I went to the States when I was 15 years old because I did a 1 year exchange program in Iowa. And there, before that, I was just thinking, I'll just go through uni and get a job, blah, blah, blah. And there I met this economics teacher. This is the real story. I met this economics teacher. He gave me a book and I read it. And that's the time about business and everything. And that's the time I realized, shit, you can make money by yourself, you know. It's weird because before that, I've never think about that. And I was 15. So in the States, my perspective changed. When I went back to Spain, I still have 1 more year of high school. So I spent the whole year reading more books, and that's where my mindset kind of shaped.
What were you reading?
Like entrepreneurship books, like From Zero to One, the Eric Rice book from Netflix. Yeah, those kind of books. I feel like once you read like 10 or 15 of them, you don't need to read them anymore.
10 or 15 of them is a lot of books
Yeah.
about entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so they tell different things, but 15 you already know everything.
What do you think is the main message across them?
Damn, that's a hard question. I think the main message was the first one, that you can make it, that you can do it, then to iterate fast and to find something that people really cares about and a real need, and not just amble around trying different things. Those are the three main messages. Then I read more economic books as well, so I learned the value of investing, compound investing, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. But continue with the story. I went to uni and I did the first degree I went into was business and technology. And the first thing I did when I arrived there was entering the entrepreneurship club. I went to a hackathon. That's where I created the Unigo, my first startup. In the hackathon, I don't know if I won the hackathon or I was second. I think I was second, but anyway. And after the hackathon, I started building the idea, which basically was for helping high schoolers to find the ideal degree by allowing them to contact college students. Then after 2 years in my first degree, I switched majors to the double major. I just finished computer science and business. And yeah, I guess the idea came because of my own necessities, to say so. So I spent 3 years working on that idea. We made some money. At some point, we were 11 people in the team, although none of them have real salaries except one programmer. The other ones were just the students, and we gave them like 100 euros a month. Some of them helped us.
Good amount.
Yeah. Some of them helped us with social media, others helped us with legal things. It was really a true team, but at a small scale. And then after 3 years, once I realized, dude, okay, it's been really cool. I've made impressive things for a 17-year-old dude, 18-year-old, but this is not gonna go any farther. I said, I wanna build cool things related to technology, more deeper things, not just a back-end, front-end app. So that's when I decided to quit and focus on studying AI, basically. So I have spent like 2 years, almost 3, basically studying AI. I went to Georgia Tech. I went to another cool university in Finland. Now I'm doing a master's because I got a scholarship. And also in the meantime, I tried to build another startup to help people with Alzheimer's disease. We didn't work out. So yeah, that's been my past years. Yeah. That's a little bit of my story.
Who would you say was the most influential person in your life?
Bro, I cannot answer you that question. Like, I have many people that have influenced me, but all of them in different ways. Of course, my parents. Like, my dad taught me to be stubborn, and my mom taught me to be patient. So I think that's a cool combination, because my mom is really patient and my dad is really stubborn. But none of them have the other quality, you know? So I kind of think I have both now. So I'm happy for that. Then when I started doing the startup things, I started to get mentors. So yeah, those also shaped me a lot. One of the mentors I have here works at Meta. It's Alejandro Castillejo, who also came here, and I've learned a lot from him. There is another guy in Spain called Danny who runs a EdTech startup, also taught me things about business. So yeah, multiple mentors around my life. Yeah, I wouldn't choose one. My grandpa also and grandma influenced me.
How so?
I don't know, just growing up with them. My grandma also talked a lot about patience and about thinking twice before getting mad, which I think I have applied when I was running the teams, you know? Like, as I'm really stubborn, when I see someone not doing the things the way I want to, my first instinct is to like, damn, bro, why are you not doing what I'm telling you? But then I remember, be patient, think like the other perspective, you know? So, yeah. And my grandpa, I don't know. Everybody's grandpa influenced you in some way, right? I play a lot of chess with him. I spent a lot of time with him, so it was nice. Yeah.
How would you describe the week?
How would I describe the week? Okay, it's been a crazy week with tons of activities and a lot of social interactions. If you are an introvert, you gotta watch out because your social.
You?
I don't know. I don't know. I can be introvert and extrovert, but for sure I need sometimes for just being alone, disconnecting, which I've done in the morning. Maybe I go to do some sports or I go to my room for like 30 minutes, whatever. But the week has been amazing because I have the chance of building my network here in SF a lot. Like I have like, I would say 7, 8 people in my radar that I think could be a fit for me to come here. So yeah, and also another thing I really like about the program is the people I've met here. I've been in the States before, and I guess in my case, the culture from Anglo countries and Latin countries kind of collide sometimes, and it's not that easy for me to make friends in England or in the USA. I'm being surrounded by Latin people here. It's making it really easy. Like I feel the cohort is really strong and united, at least from my perspective. Yeah.
I think so too. Why do you want to move to San Francisco so much?
Well, I mean, the main thing is because I believe things are happening in here, you know? Like that's all. If I go back in Spain, of course there are startups, there's people doing things, but I feel that this place is a magnet from all the talent in the world, you know? And it just makes it easier to build a startup here, meet the right people, meet the right employees, the right co-founders. Every event you go, you find someone who is interesting. So the only bad thing is you are 9 hours away from your hometown. That's the only bad thing. But the other things are net positive if you want to become an entrepreneur, which I want to. So for me, it's the place to be, I think.
Is there anything you would like to say?
I like to say God is the GOAT. No, man, you've done an awesome job, like really pushing us. And I think it's not easy to gather such an amount of interesting people every night in here, and you've made it. So that's cool, man. Like, yeah. I mean, I feel if you come to Puentes, you are not going to waste your time. Even if you don't find a job, you are going to build your network for sure. So, yeah, I think, yeah, congrats, basically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who became your closest friend here through the week?
I don't know, man. I feel I've made close connection with my roommates. Pablo, Jose,
Yeah, they sleep very tight
and
together.
Ignacio. Yeah, we sleep really tight. So I've spent quite a bit with them. Also, all the Argentinians and Uruguayan, like everybody. I think I've get closer to a lot of people here. Yeah, I'd love to come back maybe in a year and gather again here.
Do you feel like you learned something?
From the people or from who?
From the people, the week, some experience?
Yes, I learned a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know which one to choose. One thing I learned is that sometimes you just gotta be a little bit more delusional than I was at the time of raising money, and how to think about VC funding and how to think about building your own startup. I think in Spain the mindset is most bootstrap, then maybe raise money. Here I think it's the opposite, which has its advantages and disadvantages. But what I've come to learn is if you come here and you are gonna build a startup, you have to play that game. You shouldn't come here and try to play the bootstrap game. I think it's not gonna be worth it. That's something I learned.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah, man.